Welcome, I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Desmonds Donders. We're going to the castle. Drumin Castle is a 14th century tower house. It overlooks the confluence of the Rivers Livet and Avon near the village of Glenlivet. Only two walls of this imposing castle have survived, which was thought to have been built for Alexander Stewart, son of King Robert II, better known as the Wolf of Badenoch. It passed from the Stewart family to the Gordon family in 1490, and the castle was abandoned in the 18th century and fell into disrepair. Sited as it is on a ridge above the confluence of the Rivers Livet and Avon, the castle occupies a natural strategic site. It is likely that the present castle is constructed on the site of previous fortifications and may originally have been an Iron Age dun. It is now a scheduled monument. There is little written history on the castle, and what there is can be open to interpretation. However, it is recorded that King Robert II granted the lands of Strathaven, including Drumin, to his son Alexander Stewart on the 17th of July 1372. Alexander was noted for his temper and harsh justice. He is mostly remembered for the sacking and burning of Elgin Cathedral as part of a long-term feud with the Bishop of Moray. Coming down the easy way, if you like, from the castle, and the photographs will show what there is to see. The Doon of Dalmore is a cairn and stone circle. This monument comprises the remains of a ring cairn, a prehistorical burial monument with an open central area, within a surrounding stone circle. It is one of the type known as clava cairns. The monument is already scheduled, but the documentation is of poor quality. This rescheduling is going to rectify that problem. The Doon of Calmore Cairn and Stone Circle. The cairn is 13 metres in diameter and 0.7 metres high. 4 of the stones of the surrounding circle are now standing, but some others which have fallen by where they fell. The area to be scheduled measures 40 metres in diameter to include the cairn, the original extent of the stone circle, and an area around them in which traces of activity associated with their construction and use are likely to survive. The posts of the fence running across the northern part of the area are specifically included in the scheduling. The hill. This so-called hill may have been part of an earlier fortification. The hill over the river with its ancient ring cairn could have found another use in medieval times as a siege platform. During the Middle Ages, if a castle was besieged, one tactic was to construct a platform from which missiles could be launched, especially if, as is the case here, the castle occupied the high ground. This hill is on the floodplain where the rivers Livet and Avon meet, which would have been liable to flooding. Not the best location to besiege a castle from without some sort of convenient high ground.
Hello and welcome to the joining of two rivers. The one coming down at the top of the screen is the River Avon, and the one that's going into it is the Livet. This is the first time I've been down here. It's easy to do today because it's Sunday, so I'm not going to interfere with any fishermen. But what I really want to do is try and see if I can find the cairn, which is on top of the old, well, it's beside the old fort, but I'm not really sure where I'm going, which is normal for me. But this is the River Avon, and I believe that over there, can squeeze you in, is a very dodgy bridge, which I will not be going across because for one thing I'm on the wrong side of the river, and the second thing is I don't want to. But this is the joining of the two rivers. There are pied wagtails about and I'm stressing them out, so I'm going to move. So I may put you back on again if I find the path up to the fort, because I need the path up to the fort to get to the cairn. Every time we come here we find something different. Like I say, I've not done this path before. There's a lot of fallen trees and there's a lot of obstacles on the way. Yeah, it just makes it more interesting. So I'll switch you off and I might put you back on later. I may be imagining things, but I think I've just found a circle. A stone circle, or what's left of it. It doesn't mention anything about a stone circle, but it does mention a stone cairn, which is supposed to be on the other side of the fort, which is up there. But this may or may not be the reminders of a stone circle, albeit a small one, because I can't think of any reason why a stone would land like this. So I'll take it. There is a lot of big stones here. That if they were going to fall, I'm sure they wouldn't fall like this. Especially not in a circle. As you see, some of them are pretty big and they're hefty stones. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I would like to think it's a circle. You tend to find the two together, cairns and circles. And you've got quite a viewpoint here. I can hear the river, I can't see it, but there's quite a viewpoint. And obviously Lindsay being Lindsay, she did the wrong thing. She came through the field when she should have actually just come up the side of it. But never mind, no harm done. I hope. But now we're going to have to try and climb up the hill, so I'm going to switch you off, because I don't want you hearing me huff and puff. And trust me, I am, because it's quite a flipping hill. So hopefully we'll get to the cairn. So here's us on our way back to the van. Didn't find a cairn, but now I'm in two minds whether I actually went up the right hill or not. But rather than go back up the hill, I kind of circumnavigated it because I followed a path. Whether it's been made by sheep or people, I don't know, but it was an awful lot easier in places than actually trying to climb back up that hill, because going down it wasn't much fun. So as I said earlier, there's a lot of fallen trees and it's making it somewhat interesting trying to get past them. But goodness knows what the fishermen do with their fishing rods and everything. Yes, I just have me, my walking stick, my camera and the pocket, The river is flowing fast like it was yesterday. We have had some rain today. It's been spitting a bit while I've been out, but not so much to make me want to go back and try this another day, because obviously tomorrow it's time to go home, to go back to work on Monday. David was planning on flying the drone. Whether he's done so or not, I don't know. But I'll find out when I get back. And some of these trees look like they've been like this for a very long time. But it's fine. People have made ways round them, over them, whatever. I met a nice couple with a very noisy dachshund who were going looking for the castle, and I went, sorry folks, you'll have to go back the way you came. The castle's on the other side of the river. And pointed it out to them and went, oh, thanks. They knew nothing of the stone cairn, so it's up there somewhere, unless what I thought was the standing stones is what's left of the cairn, but it didn't look right. But I don't know. I'm no archaeologist. But it's a fair hike. Sorry, I'm trying to watch where I'm putting my feet. There's a lot of raised roots and I really don't fancy falling over them. But this is us. This was the first obstacle I saw when I was coming here, and I thought, oh great, I'm not going to be able to make it because I'll not get past them. And then found that someone had actually made a path round it. Sunday's a good day to come walking down beside the river. You can't bother the fishermen, they're not allowed to fish on a Sunday in Scotland. One of our very antiquated laws, but to be honest, a good one. I can see Desmond in the car park, so it's not far now. Feels like I've walked further, but I honestly haven't. I'll let David see the pictures and then he can decide. No, he's no archaeologist neither. But I'm just fascinated by these things. So thanks for coming with me. Sorry this is a short one today, but it is what it is. And we'll catch you on the next trip out, the next weekend, for another long weekend because of the coronation. So take care folks, be safe and enjoy the outdoors while you can. Thanks for watching.
Many of you will know of the incident concerning my drone and a crow. These are the last 720p videos captured by the cache, not by the SD card, which was destroyed in the incident. But these are the last two pictures, visions, clips of the drone, and showing the castle. The only reason I'd gone up on this trip was the second flight of the day, was to get the castle. Apologies for the jerkiness, that is something to do with the transmission. Thank you. Thank you for watching Desmonds Donders. And remember, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, and hopefully we'll see you next time.